creating a pivot table. So you are going to go to Insert, Pivot Table, and just click on it. You are going to add the variable that you want the pivot table to be for. So here's something that you're going to have to do in Excel a lot in identifying which variable you want something for, whether it's output or a table or a chart. So you're going to click this arrow button. Okay, see where it says select a table or range. You're going to select this arrow. And if I want to make a pivot table for gender, I'm going to click on the gender column, that whole column, and then click on that arrow again. I'm going to ask it to go into a new worksheet. So it's going to put this pivot table here, and you have to define it using this window to the side. And it's looking really small in this window. So hopefully you're able to see, but this area here is where you define your pivot table. You can see the variable that you selected, the column that you selected, is going to be automatically up in this window here, the top window. And then what you're going to do is you're going to use your cursor to drag gender into the values window and the rows window. So just literally drag it. It looks like it's not going to work, but it will. And then you're going to, a second time, drag gender into values again. Okay. So here's what you're going to do. Some of you might find that when you drag your variable into values, it says sum instead of count. So you want it to be count. Okay, you want it to be count. And to get it to go from sum to count, you're going to click on the variable and go to value field settings. And if it says sum, then it will be highlighted in the sum row, and you just change that to count. Okay, so mine has done this right this time, but sometimes, I don't know why, it automatically does sum instead of count. Okay, and then the very last thing you want to do is you want Excel to give you a percent beside count, right? So this is giving you the counts or frequency for female and male. You want also to get percentage. So here's what you do. You click on the second gender in the values. So here's the values window. You click on the second gender, go to value field settings, and you can see there's actually two tabs here, summarize values by and show values as. And you're gonna click show values as percent of column total. And that's just gonna change the second column here in the pivot table to show the percentage for each value.